Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honest Success newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and customs in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, it will not stop me. Angel number 21. How y'all doing today? I think I need to step there. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are feeling good. I hope this message is coming to you at a good time. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, what messages do you have for us to be the alchemist of our life, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? Messages do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Deliver them to me and through me as clear as possible. Angel number 49. Guys, make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional messages as well as information about me, booking, and honestlysis.com. And if you guys make it to the end of this video, please give me a thumbs up, or at least let me know what your biggest takeaway. If I touch you in any type of way, please give me a thumbs up. And if you really fuck with me, go ahead and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Y'all, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm about to play this song. I've heard that so long. Okay. Truth. See your light, know your power, and have the courage to walk your truth. Angel number 126. The message that I'm getting from that is just as clear as possible. Like, walking your truth. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. I personally had a childhood where I was not taught to stand up for myself, where I was kind of like a people pleaser. My mom's a narcissist. Like, I can go on and on about this. But it really, now that I am growing into myself, like, it's really teaching me to stand up in my power, like, and stand up in my truth. And sometimes, like, it's scary. Like, it's not always easy to speak your truth. Like a big incident kind of happened in my life to where the first time that I did speak in my truth, when I was like 14 years old, I was kicked out of my dad's house. And so, like, for me, speaking my truth had always equaled abandonment for me. And so it's been very hard for me to just stand in it and speak it. But now I'm recognizing that the truth is all there is. Love is all there is. And, like, it really doesn't even pay to, like, be a people pleaser or, like, you know, like, just be yourself. Stand in your truth. Don't be afraid to say what you need to say. If you do feel like you have a hard time with speaking your truth, or you feel like all of those, like, you know, your belly get really tight or you get anxious, what really helps me is some EFT tapping. And so this is the EFT point right here. This is the point. And you're just tapping. Like, say, for example, yes, like, my job is, like, super chaotic. And, like, and for some reason, I kind of feel like this is corporate, but I feel like this is just, like, the environment a lot of people have, is, like, they can say, like, they can just, like, do this or do that. And I don't, you know, like, I'm like, I don't like that, because, like, I don't work for any of you guys. Like, I work with you guys. And so on Monday, an incident had happened where this PM sent me all this information. It was a project in a whole nother office, and was like, set it up ASAP. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, it just really rubbed me the wrong way. And so I pushed back. Mind you, he didn't give me any of the information I need. And so I was like, give me X, Y, Z, and then I'll have no problem with fulfilling your request. And then I just kind of, like, logged off my email for the rest of the day. Like, it was like 3 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I'm done checking my email for today. I'm just going to focus on my work. And I was just feeling so anxious. And I had to literally just start tapping myself, angel number 352, and be like, even though I'm feeling anxious, it is my birthright to stand up for myself. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't ask for information that I wouldn't ask for any other PM. I'm going to tell my truth to people no matter what their title is. And I just kept tapping. Even though I'm scared to speak my truth, I know that it's necessary, and I'm going to do it anyway. You acknowledge. And you do this because you're trying to get that feeling out, because this is what happens. Our body is like this. Our body is so fucking powerful, first of all. Like, it is so, so powerful. But our body is like this kind of, just like your mind, it's like this storage container of emotions, though. And so, like, when you find yourself triggered, it's really like your body, you know, like, feeling the feelings that it used to feel in the past before. Very random side note. I was recently listening to Jamel Hill podcast with Taraji on there, and Taraji was talking about how she just has a fear of small spaces, and she was like, I've thought about my childhood, I really thought this over, and I've never been in it, and I feel like that came from slavery. And so I say this all the time, guys, but so much of our inability to stand up for ourselves, our inability to go after our dreams is because we've been taught and beat down that, we're less than a person. You just got to think about where does that go? It goes in our blood. We don't just inherit our parents' features and, the eyelashes in our hair. We get all of the shit. Okay, we get our grandparents shit, all that stuff comes down into our DNA, and then it's on us to transmute it. And so EFT is a really good tool to help you transmute. And so you just tap. It's a point right here. It's a point right here, right under your cheek. You'll go like there. This is a tap, a point right here at top of your head. Right here, Google it. Miriam Hessna, she has a very good one. I'll probably put a link down right here. And belly. Your belly is a really good one. I do this one if I'm really, if I'm really tripping. So last night I was in the process of booking a trip, booking my summer vacation. And I was freaking out, and I was just like, Amber, you can afford to go on vacation. It's okay to take care of yourself. So please, if you have a problem with speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, but you want to do it, really, really look into EFT. I'm telling you guys, it has really helped me tremendously. The other card that came out is abundance. When your heart intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open to you. And so I feel like what God is saying is that I feel like this message really goes hand in hand, because God is saying if your truth is that you want to help the world, if your adventure, your idea, your creativity, whatever your idea is that you want to birth into the world, if the intention on it is to help humanity, to help advance it, you're not out here, trying to get the power for yourself and be like Pinky in the Brain. If you are naturally trying to do something that you want to help people, God is saying, as long as you stand in your truth, as long as you, keep allowing love to lead, abundance is yours. It's going to come to you. We have to start realizing that our crown is already bought and paid for. These ideas that we're getting, and we're not getting them because, we have to go find them. They're ours. God is I really truly feel like when we get inspiration, we just jumped timelines. We jumped into a future timeline, or your soul is trying to urge you, hey, it's time so that we can get there. I feel like I say this all the time. I don't say this all the time. I don't say this all the time, but I think this all the time. But I do have an article on Honestly Sis that I will link down below. And it's called What If Everything You Thought Was Right Was Wrong? And I really truly feel like we were given a script when we came down on earth, when we agreed to reincarnate into this body, because you did agree. Angel number 8, you did agree to come into this body. I feel like we had a script, and we knew that there was just certain things that we need to do. And that's why our body is so important. Our body already knows the destination. It's just like if you were to put your car, these self-driving cars, right? You put the destination in, it just goes there, right? When your car, it don't go anywhere, it goes where you want it to go, right? So your body already knows how to get where you need to go. It's you just got to get out your own way. And so I feel like what God is saying, for some of you guys that are in the process of walking in your truth, and you're starting to feel just a little bit of anxiety, you're anxious all the time, do some of that EFT tapping. Nothing that you're doing is wrong. Those feelings are just coming up because you're nervous. You're doing something new. Fear comes up in the brain. Another article on Honestly Sis, the truth about depression and fear. Fear only comes up in the brain to signal that you're doing something new. The brain is nothing but a storage container. And so when you are feeling fear, or when you're triggered or something, what your brain is really doing is, when something happened, your brain goes back in its file cabinet. It's oh, this happened. Girl, do you really want to do this because X, Y, Z? It gives you the whole rundown. Agent number 911. So we got to be mindful of not allowing our brain to override us. And to just really trust our heart and our body to guide us. Yes. All right. Yes. Engine number 923. God, what is this message about truth and abundance? What do you want us to understand about walking in our truth? How does that lead to abundance? how do we have the courage to walk our path when, you know, society and everything around us is showing us differently? How do we know that our crown is bought and paid for? Make it as plain as possible. The other card I want you guys, because I feel like it's, oh, I love this. Oh, angel number 10. By staying conscious in your thoughts, by staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of your choice. And so that's what God is saying. You want to take control of your life. You want to really birth this reality. You want to birth this product that's going to help the world. What God is saying, keep walking in your truth. Keep making conscious decisions. When you find yourself at a crossroads, you're unsure which way to go. God is saying, don't allow fear to dictate or override your system. Allow love to lead. Allow your heart's desire and, you know, your intention to serve humanity. If that is your key, if that is your focus, then the doors of abundance is naturally going to be open. God is really just saying you have the power within you. The card that came out under truth is, I am receptive. I am willing to open new ideas. I am willing to try different methods and consider alternative viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. And this is what God is saying. Like, you have to be willing to do something that you've never done before. If you've been, you know, doing something for a long time, and that's what that article is all about, and you are not getting the results that you ultimately want, you have to ask yourself, you have to be honest with yourself and look at the truth and be like, why am I not getting it? I've been working this hard. I've been doing this. I should be more advanced. What's going on here? And be willing and receptive to whatever those intuitional urges or nudges that may come to you. Under abundance, it says, I am free. I release myself from the thoughts and feelings that have held me back. Any guilt, shame, embarrassment, self-doubt, and fear that I harbor, I release today. I am free. Angel number 1147. And so that's what God is saying. Like, know that you are not, you're not hold back from your past. Like, whatever happened, it had to happen to get you where you are today. Now it's up to you to walk in your truth. Now it's up to you to take control of your life, to start doing things differently so that you can get the abundance that you ultimately desire. Okay. This kept coming to me because I think we spoke about this truth one of these times. Let me stop pretending like I know when these videos gonna go out. Angel number 1226. God, one final message for us about truth and abundance. What do you want us to understand about being receptive to new ideas so that we can, walk in our power and get the abundance for us? How are we free from our past, or how do you just let us know that we're free and that we're whole and we're healthy and that we're able to make conscious choices and decisions for ourselves? What information do you need us to get this time, God? Make it as clear as possible. One card only, please. As clear as possible. 1307. Receiving. Ooh. Angel number 27. Why does it look like Lady Gaga a little bit? That really look like Lady Gaga to be in this picture. It's hilarious. And it reads, your final message. You are love. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, and so your soul is being parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame. Oh my God! Confirmation! Angel number 1426. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have, excuse me. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and you are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is a joyous communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that it is too great of a gift, or that you are not worthy, you are impeding on that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesties and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human cloth. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. And let me read this one more time. Angel number 1533. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, and the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesties and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will be more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsating passions. The earth resets each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular loving art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off. Step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more effective and more efficient and effective. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off, do something else, let it all go, and it will all flow. Say out loud. Angel number 1640, and look at this. Underneath this, angel number 22, letting us know right time, right place. She feels and she knows. She feels and she knows. Look at all of this. You're receptive. I am open to new ideas. I release my thoughts. I release myself from the thoughts and feelings of guilt that have held me back. Truth and abundance, choice. I am whole. I am perfectly created. You're receiving. Take this in. Angel number 1711. God is saying you have been working hard. You have been trying to birth this new reality. And for some reason, you're feeling like it's just a block. It's not happening for you. And God said it's not happening for you because it's not for you. He's saying it's happening because he needs you to step back. And I feel like you've been feeling this. You've been feeling like you need to slow down. You've been feeling like, okay, I don't need to focus on that right now. Trust yourself. You know, you feel and you know. Trust your body. Trust what it's telling. Because what God is saying, just like I was telling you, I was just talking, look, that's so crazy. I was just talking about how I was going on vacation. And God is saying, yes, you need to go on vacation. We are not just here to work. See, this is what God needs us to do. He needs us to stop focusing so much on, getting to this abundance. It's not your job to figure out how to get to the abundance. It's just your job to show up. Okay? 1818. What God needs you to do, relax, calm down. The essence of spirituality is contentment. Know that you got it. Know that it doesn't matter if you work 10, you do 5. I had to tell myself that. Like, Amber, you ain't got to be like a machine. You're not a machine. You're not a company. Don't kind of compare yourself to these companies. God is saying, you relax, you chill, you stop thinking about it, then he can give you the blessing. So let's put our hands on our hearts and let's do this healing process below so that we can really, truly get the abundance that is for us. Remember, y'all, our crown is bought and paid for. I release all false guilt and shame about having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now. through unconditional love. This is so. Ashe. So guys, angel number 1934. This week, this month, if your body has just been telling you to slow down, if you just have not been having that energy to put into your creative projects like you used to, listen to your body, take a break. If you've just been working super duper hard, it's time for you to go enjoy yourself. Plan a vacation. Like I realized that I'm gonna say this one last thing. Last year I was just like, I have nothing to look forward to. I was just working, and I was like, I don't have nothing to look forward to. It is because I was expecting the universe to bless me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm working. I'm ready for this random miracle to come out of nowhere. But I realized this year it's not about waiting for this moment of this random miracle coming out of anywhere. It's about enjoying my life now. It's not about a destination. It's about enjoying your life now. And sometimes to enjoy our life now, we need to rest. We need to interact with others. Sometimes we need to go on vacation. Sometimes we just need to get the fuck out the house. We need to get away from our creative endeavors. And what God is saying, the moment that you do that, watch your blessing come on in. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. I truly hope that it was beneficial for you. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If not, at least give me your key takeaways. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you. And never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. Take care, y'all.